We work with a lot of chronic conditions because nobody wants to deal with chronic. Chronic means you got to create a lifestyle change. And so we do a lot of chronic work with people, and we get them chemically balanced, emotionally balanced, and we get them physically balanced. That's what we do. And if we get 2 out of those 3 in order, the third one always comes around. It's the way it is. So I'm in covering for the doctors. They're on vacation, and I'm working pretty hard that day. And I come walking in the room, and there's this lady, Barbara, that I've treated for probably more than 17 years. I hadn't seen her. She's a potter. She throws pots, and she's an artist and photographer, and she's really talented. And I walk in, and she is sobbing in the room. And I say, Barbara, what is wrong? And she said, I've been diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. Listen to this. The doctor told me I didn't have much time to live. Yeah. I'm telling you the God's honest truth. He told me I'd never be able to throw pots again. She was swollen in her knees, swollen in her hands. I mean, she was inflamed. She was upset. And I looked at her and I said, Barbara, just because you've been diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis doesn't mean you have to have any of the symptoms. And it bounced right off her. What? Because she was on a different program, yes or no? I said, Barbara, just because you've been diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis doesn't necessarily mean you have to have any of the symptoms. I don't know what you're talking about. I said, what's your diagnosis? Rheumatoid arthritis. Okay? You could have the rheumatoid factor in your blood and you don't have to have any of the symptoms. I don't get it. Okay, you stay right there. Don't you move. I want you to think about that. Then I go through the 6 treatment rooms. I come back around, and I walk in, and she stands up and says, just because I've been diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis doesn't mean I have to have any of the symptoms? And I say, now we're ready to work. Now, you understand that she could not accept, believe, and surrender to any information that wasn't equal to what the doctor told her in that experience and the emotion that went along with it. That was her belief. Yes or no? Yes. But our students that heal themselves don't always accept, believe, and surrender to the information equal that's being told to them. Now, they honor the values, they honor their condition and diagnosis, but they don't honor the outcome, what normal people typically go through. You understand that? Because they're not going to accept, believe, and surrender to that. They're going to accept, believe, and surrender to something else and change their future. Are you with me still? Yes. So I want you to know that Barbara, we got her 15 minutes a day sustaining elevated emotions like gratitude and sustaining it. And we did a few things to eliminate certain foods. And I was back in the office, a little ways back, covering for the doctors again. And here comes her husband walking in. And I said, how's Barbara? He said, she's taking flying lessons today. So then, when you change that emotional state, and you're in a state of gratitude, for no reason at all, but that you can create it, because you're committed to it. You're in a state of inspiration, invincibility, empowerment, unlimitedness. Then you'll accept, believe, and surrender to the thoughts equal to that emotional state, and you'll program your autonomic nervous system into a different destiny. Are you with me still? I know this to be the truth because I've watched it in too many advanced workshops. And I ask people to take the ride with me. Cross the river. Leave all of that baggage on the other side. There's a whole new future, and you got to believe in it more than your past. And that belief should be the belief that you endorse every day. Are you with me still? Yes. So then, to become conscious of the unconscious belief starts the process in and of itself. Yes? Now that you understand what the belief is, you got to make a decision with such firm intention that the amplitude of that decision carries a level of energy that produces an emotion, which the quotient of that emotion is higher than any past external experience that created the belief. Yes. The choice that you make inside of you is greater than the experience that took place outside of you that created that belief. And when the inner experience becomes the event, then you'll never forget your choice. And in that moment, you just moved from living in your past present reality to living in your future present reality. Because when the thought becomes the experience, or the choice becomes the experience, and you are moved out of your resting state, and you are moved by the Spirit, and the hair on the back of your neck stands up, That experience is rewiring the circuits in your brain. Isn't that what experience does? And it's reconditioning the body to a new mind in that moment. And you are signaling new genes in new ways. And you are moving your body from a past-present reality to a future-present reality. And the choice becomes an experience that you never forget because it made it to your body. Are you with me still? Yes. Turn the person next to you and explain that. Let's run through some slides now, all right? We'll lower the lights. You with me? You guys all right? I didn't drink any coffee at lunch. I'm just excited. Didn't you love that kid? Didn't you love when he switched off from being the karate master to being a kid again? Because we're the same way, you know that. We're all just playing it. All right. The top prescription is for your arthritis, but it may cause a heart attack. The second prescription should prevent your heart attack, but it could cause damage to your liver. The third should prevent liver trouble, but it may destroy your spleen. The fourth protects your spleen, but it's known to eat away at your prostate. And the fifth, you know how that goes. I am so insulted by pharmaceutical commercials, personally.